Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. Today we're getting messages from Spirit for you. The messages you're meant to hear that your spirit guides want you to know right now, that they want you to be aware of. I've got 3 readings for you, 3 cards. These cards came out of the reading. So, and it's just meant to help you know or intuit which group to go to, right? So group 1, your card is card number 24, the heart. Group 2, your card is number 14, the fox. And these are Lenormand cards, the fox. And group 3, your card is number 17, the stork. All right, so go ahead and pick your card. Then all you have to do is go down to the description box, click on the timestamp for the group that you want to go to, the reading you want to hear. It'll take you straight there, and I will see you in the reading. Thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. All right, today we're just looking at what Spirit wants you to know. What messages do you need to hear right now? What do your spirit guides want to tell you? I left it pretty open. That way they can come in with whatever they need to tell you. I've got 2 different decks. I've got a Lenormand deck and a tarot deck, and we're going to pull cards from each, and then we'll jump into your reading. Okay. All right. Your first card is Clouds. Then we have Heart. And finally, we have Tree. That's the Lenormand. Okay. And get some tarot cards to go down with them. All right. Your first card is the Queen of Cups. Then we have the Moon reversed. And then we have the World card. Great. Beautiful. All right. You can see all those. All right. Give me just a second. I'd just like to start by listening for any initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay? Just one sec, y'all. Okay, what they're telling me, this reading specifically, and it's not a surprise based on the heart card here, but this reading specifically is about love, about relationships. Specifically, this is a relationship you have with someone you know. Most likely a love relationship for most of you. Doesn't have to be for all of you. For some of you, it could be family or a friend. But it is someone you're very close with, someone you have a loving bond with. Okay? So that should help you know whether this is your reading or not, okay? Let me just see what other messages they have to get us started. They're saying, we know that you are confused. So there's something that you've been confused about, or you've been questioning or wondering, and they want to bring you some answers, some clarification. They're saying, we want to give you some lead up to what is coming for you. So they're wanting you to have a little bit of forewarning of what is coming in. As I was saying the word forewarning, they kind of yanked that word out of my mouth because it's not a warning. It's a foreshadowing. Just meaning they want to give you a little heads up. And I feel like it's something they want to tell you to help you feel better and be less anxious or worried or concerned about this person. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the clouds paired with the Queen of Cups. And again, they're telling me there's something very that you're uncertain about, you're confused about, you have questions with no answers. This is someone you care about deeply. You do have emotions for them, and likewise, they for you. For most of you, this is a love relationship, but it doesn't have to be, but the love there is very, very strong. They're telling me that at least for many or most of you, you've come through a bit of a troubled time with them. It could just be that maybe it just was a rocky patch or some misunderstandings or some growing pains, whatever it may be. They're showing me these darker clouds progressing into lighter clouds and then dissipating into nothing, into blue sky, which tells me that there has been some trouble in the past. There were even more questions, more doubts, wondering more, or just feeling like this relationship is a lost cause in some way. But those dark clouds have they're saying turn to white, meaning now you have more hope. You can see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that there is probably good news, either for this person or for you both, of course. And they're saying that, and there will be. The sun is coming out. It won't be clouds forever. And they're wanting to remind you that, in the real world, clouds come in. Sometimes they're dark clouds. Sometimes they're big, white, fluffy clouds. They come in, they don't last. They come and they go very quickly. So don't get too hung up on any one situation or any one concern you have with this person, because it will work itself out in time. Things are going to come up and have come up. They're saying you've gone through worse times, and you've seen that things work themselves out when and where they're supposed to. And it will be the same with this person in this situation. Okay. All right, so then we go into the Heart card and the Moon reversed. And what they're actually telling me to do is to connect you with the clouds and the Moon reversed, which shows me the clouds have dissipated. The Moon reverse means the sun is coming up, right? The moon has gone down, the sun is coming up, clarity is coming in, the sun will be shining through the clouds. The answers you're looking for are on the way. At this moment, the answers you're looking for are on the way. You may not have them, but trust that they are like in the cosmos. They are being worked on as we speak right now. So trust that. They're again telling me that this is a strong, loving bond that you have with this person. And in some ways, this bond is unshakable. That doesn't mean that you're going to be together forever, because you have choices, they have choices, and everyone watching is a little bit different. And some of the relationship status, yes, will be different, but the bond will be there forever. There is a bit of a soul bond here between you two, where you were meant to meet. If you're not family, you were meant to meet. If you are family, you were meant to be together in this family, in this life. You were meant to come together. You were meant to go through some of the struggles you've gone through. You were meant to go through some of the happy times that you've gone through. It's a bit of a soul contract sort of situation, is how they're giving it to me, that you came into this life wanting to help each other at this time. Now, it could mean that you will be together forever. Could be. I'm not saying that you won't be, but it will be different, from person to person. And so I don't want to make that generalization, and neither do they. They're not giving that to me. But they're telling me that the bond will be there. And that realization that things are good with the two of you is coming soon, if it's not already sort of there. You know, you may already be coming out of this darkness a bit, and you may be realizing more and more what this person means to you and what you're hoping for in the future, even if you don't know for sure what it will look like. Okay? Let me just see if they have anything else they want to say there. No. Okay. All right. So in the last row here, we have the tree tied with the world card. They're telling me something is going to come, something is going to make a complete cycle. That doesn't mean it's ending, so don't read it that way. It could for some of you. I don't want to say it can't, but that's not what they're giving me. They're saying something is coming to a complete cycle. It's like the two of you have been through something. What they're showing me is that things, especially if this is a love relationship or a friendship, things started out really great, right? Really wonderful. So you knew there was a connection here. You knew there was a friendship. You knew there was a bond. Things were amazing. And then after a little bit of time, some trouble came in. You know, some healing needed to be done. Some hurt needed to come to the surface. Some wounds. Some work between the two of you had to come out, but you're coming now, or you will be coming full circle, going back to that wonderful place where you were, only elevated to a higher place. But if you find yourself looking back and going, it was so great then, and all we've had is trouble lately, and I don't know if we can ever get back to what we were, they're showing me clearly with this card that you can, and that you will. It will come full circle, and you will have that beautiful relationship again, that beautiful connection again. It's like working out all the bugs, and then everything works a little bit more smoothly, a little bit better. Hold on one sec. I feel like they're trying to tell me something, so give me 1 second. Yeah. They're telling me you need to be sure. They're wanting you to ask this question of yourself. Is this what you want? This person, this relationship? Because they're saying it's not a question for the universe, it's a question for you. So for those of you, particularly in a love relationship here, and you may be wondering, is this person my forever person? Is this my soulmate? Is this who I'm going to spend my life with? They're specifically wanting to address those of you who are wondering that. And they're saying, this isn't a question for us. This is a question for you. This person was brought into your life for a reason. And the two of you have and will serve a purpose for each other. There is a soul bond here. But where you take that, what you do with it, is on you, the two of you. But it's a question for your own heart, not so much. They're saying you're not. Don't ask for permission to spend your life with someone. Decide for yourself if this is what you want. Be sure of it. Make sure it's what you want. If that's, either way, and then pursue it in that direction. They're not going to decide for you. Okay? But with this tree card, they are telling me that your bond will remain healthy. The roots will stay strong. You will grow together, whether you stay together or, maybe someday down the road, not. They're still showing me that there's still growing that goes on between the two of you. So I feel like even if you don't stay together as a couple for whatever reason, people break up. This is not a prediction, by the way, but just that's life. I am getting that you will stay in contact. That you will stay in contact because you're good for each other. And it feels like you're friends first and foremost, if this is love. But they're showing me that there will be a lot of growth that goes on between the two of you, and because of each other, the roots will be strong. You both will be healthier mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maybe even physically, because of each other. And your lives will become more stable and more solid because of what you went through and where you're going, which is this full circle. It's this full circle of going back. It's like going back to the beginning, but from a more elevated place. So it really is like it's the two of you have done a lot of healing and growing together. And I get for some of you, you have known each other a long time. And for others of you, it relatively hasn't been a long time, but you've still done a lot of growing in that amount of time. And that growth will continue to happen. The roots, that intertwine and interconnect between the two of you will continue to be strong. But you're heading to a more beautiful place with each other. First of all, like they are showing me that you're coming through a cycle and you're working through a cycle and coming back to a beautiful place where the two of you started. What happens beyond here, if you decide to spend your life with this person or not, that's up to you, right? But they are showing me that this is someone who is still meant to be in your life at this time. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I don't want to misconstrue the messages they're giving me. Okay, well, group one, I hope that gives you, just a taste of what maybe you were wondering, some answers you were wondering about with this person. Again, they're wanting me to say to you, things are getting better. You still may not have this clarity that you want. You may still feel like there are unanswered questions. But the biggest questions, Spirit is saying, are inside of you. Because again, there are some things you need to decide for yourself here. But clarity is coming. The sun is coming out. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get stronger, healthier, more secure and stable, happier overall. And it will be sort of an end of a cycle of, they're saying, they're going to be churning waters where things just really didn't feel right. And things, a new beginning where things are more calm and secure and beneficial for both of you. Okay? So I hope that helps. I hope it gives you what you need. Certainly your spirit guides wanted you to hear this. So, so maybe you could stop worrying about it. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel called to do. It helps me know that our energies are connecting, which helps future readings. It also helps the channel get out there so that more people can find the readings and the messages they're meant to hear. And I'm grateful for that. So thank you so much, y'all. Have a great day. Hey, group two. All right, today we're just going to look at what messages Spirit wants you to hear right now. I'm leaving it open so that they can come through with whatever topic they choose for you, whatever it is they want to tell you that you need to hear. I've got two decks here. I've got a Lenormand deck and a tarot deck. We're going to use them both. So I'm going to pull cards from both and then we'll jump into the reading, okay? Your first card is the Sun. We have the letter. Oh, okay. Two cards came out, so they're telling me to use both. So we have here the fox and mice together. All right. Let's get some tarot cards down. We have the Six of Cups. We have the King of Wands. And one more, please. And the Four of Wands. All right, give me just a sec. I just want to take these cards in. I'm going to listen for any initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk through what's going on here. So bear with me just a second. All right, they're telling me that there's something you are either have just found out, some information you've just received, or that you will very, very soon. Some information you are about to receive that is going to alleviate some of your fears and worries. Okay? It's not necessarily something that you're overly worried about at the moment, but it's kind of in the background. But some information is going to come in. They're telling me it will change things. Something's going to alter in a positive way. They're giving me this is positive. And you're going to see that those fears that you do, there's something that you're worried about that's in the background. You may not be worrying about it all the time, but it's there. They're saying you're going to see that disappear in some way. Okay, it's going to help you feel better. So let's start with that. Let me see if they. Okay, so we can jump into the cards. So for starters, we have the Sun card combined here with the Six of Cups. They're telling me that you have you've been very blessed in some way. There's been some positive experiences, positive. This is a weird thing to say. I'm going to say it though. They're saying you've had a positive life story in some way in the recent past. Not to say everything was perfect, but they're telling me that things have worked out fortuitously, not a word I use, for your benefit. It's like things have come together. They have felt fairly lucky for you. Like you've been surprised how things have sort of just fallen together. Or maybe not surprised. Maybe your trust sort of told you, your faith, your intuition told you everything was going to be okay and you were right. Your spirit guides want you to know that trusting those instincts is helping you. They're telling you it's helping you. But also, they are acknowledging it was a very lucky time you were coming through, a very positive time. Not lucky as in, winning the lottery kind of luck. They're saying there's been some very positive situations that have developed in areas where things might have been much worse. So hopefully that rings a bell, right? Like things could have been worse, but they all worked out well somehow. Okay. And what they're giving me is that there's this niggling fear that things worked out so well and they worked out in your favor. And it's kind of like everything has felt very blessed and positive. It's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting now for you, like even if it's just in the back of your consciousness, part of you is waiting for something bad to happen, you know. And it is true, contrast, light and dark, good and bad. These things help us appreciate what we have. Um, and there are lessons in life. There are things that have to happen in our lives to help us grow and evolve. But these things, these positive things that happened for you, you're saying is a result of the trust that you had, not to make up for something negative that's going to happen later. And I want you to know that, because there's part of you that is thinking, oh, all right, now it's time to brace for some bad news. They're saying there will be news. Some information is coming in, but it's not bad news. So stay in that place of trust, in that positive place of knowing that you're protected and that you're being cared for, because you are. Okay? So then we have the letter and the King of Wands. They're saying this is where change happens. Some information comes in, and it could come in any form, right? Doesn't mean it's a letter, but it could be. It could come in any form, but there's information that comes in specifically for you. So this is not a global message. It's not, I don't know. Hold on. They're saying it's being sent or delivered or provided to you specifically, meaning it's not a story you see on the news kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's information that comes to you in the near future that changes something in your life in a positive way. I do feel like it rattles something, it shakes something up. It gives you a new perspective. It might push you a little bit to do something. They're saying this news that comes in might push you to push yourself a little harder, to be more of a King of Wands and just go after what you want. So maybe some news comes in that lights a fire in you somehow. They're saying it's a good thing. Don't accept the result of the message as being positive, even if the message itself comes through as something negative, because that is going away, right? Whatever it is that's coming through. Okay, they're asking me to give you an example. This obviously won't be for everyone. But for some of you, it's an unexpected bill or expense that comes in. You weren't expecting it, or is much more than you were anticipating. So it's not necessarily good news that comes in, but something about that news fires you up, pushes you to, maybe make more money, to get a side hustle, to take more charge of your career. There's something about this message that motivates you. And that's what the takeaway is. They don't want you to focus on the message, because really this is just a blip. It's just a blip. It's just a momentary thing that's going to come and go. It might be a bill you have to pay. It's money in the bank, money out of the bank. You're going to get money back in the bank. So don't worry. It's your reaction to it that they're after. It's a way to push you in some way. And it doesn't have to be money and work related. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. You'll see what it is, I suppose. But whatever it is, it's like it motivates you. It lights a fire. It actually, in some way, pushes you to be happier, pushes you, and you are happier because of it. Because you're then pushing yourself, you are changing something that had gone stagnant. You are doing things that you had maybe been putting off. Okay. All right. And then we have together the fox and the mice with the Four of Wands. The fox, they're wanting me to talk about the fox and the mice together first. And they're saying the worries that you've been having, or that may pop up when this information comes in, will dissipate. It's just like it's like these mice eating away at this bag. It goes away. It goes away. You, you're saying you want to focus on your attitude and your happiness and your progression, your motivation, your inspiration, because this is something very positive happening here. Allow it to be a positive experience for you. That's what it's meant to be. It's like something was meant to sort of kick your butt a little bit in some way, or nudge you, or just poke you a little bit. It's not major. Like, it doesn't feel like a catastrophe. It just feels like a little bit of a poke that gets you going again. And if it doesn't get you going, the message they're giving me is they're going to keep poking it. So maybe get the message the first time. But the result is it alleviates your worries. It helps you be more clever. It helps you be more creative in whatever it is that you feel this change requires. It's going to inspire you. It's going to inspire you, and it's going to be such great news. This Four of Wands is stability. It's celebration. It's a beginning of something long-lasting, like a wedding, like a marriage, which it could be. It could be that. It will be different for everybody, but similar to like the marriage, a wedding isn't the beginning of a relationship, but it is in a way a beginning of a long-term commitment. And that's what they're giving me. It's the beginning of something stable, something secure, something wonderful, something happy, and something that you are committing to for the long run, or that will be committed to you for the long run. Something that you will be able to count on for the long term in a really good and positive way. Okay, hold on one sec to see what else they want to say. Okay. They're saying don't overthink it. And they're telling me right now some of you are already, you haven't even gotten this news yet, and you're already worried about it. Don't be worried about it. It really is, they're saying it really is nothing more than a poke. And this is what the universe does. This is what your spirit guides do. They will tap lightly on the door to let you know it's time to get moving, right? It's like maybe your mom when you were growing up, tapping on the door. Come on, it's time to get up. Gentle voice, gentle tap. Listen to the gentle tap. Get up. After the gentle tap, it gets to be a knock. And the knock gets louder. Then the door opens. Then she rips you out of bed and says, get up, you got it, you're going to be late. If you put off what needs to be done and you kind of refuse to acknowledge it, it will get to that point, but the end result is the same. The end result is still a long-lasting commitment. It's still happiness. It's still stability and joy and all the things that you are hoping for and wanting for in some area of your life without the worry. It's also creative fulfillment and accomplishment. It's just, don't wait for mom to come and throw you out of bed. Just answer the knock. Don't hit the snooze button, because what's coming for you is just a light tap on the door. It's enough to get your attention and to get you moving if you're paying attention. And if this is something you want. If you ignore it, they are telling me the taps will get louder. So take that for what it is. But they're telling me this is something that you have been wanting. So it's not something that you are going to ignore because you don't want it. There might be other reasons why you don't want to make whatever change needs to happen here. But they're saying you will be happy that the change happened. And what they're showing me right now is this clever, this very, very smart fox coming in and getting rid of these mice. Yeah. These mice that are gnawing at your thoughts, that are causing you to worry, that are kind of under your feet, tripping you up. This clever, smart, intelligent, watchful fox is coming in to get rid of the mice. And that's, they're giving me two messages here. One is that it's your spirit guide. They're watching you, they're helping you. They're helping you get rid of these mice, these worries, right? It's like you are a team. But it's also you. It's also future you who is going to be able to vanquish those worries once and for all. Through your own cleverness, through your own intelligence, through your own work, through your own inspiration, motivation, and willingness to change and fight for what you want. Okay? All right, group two. Well, that was an interesting message. If that was for you, I hope you got what you needed from it. And of course, I hope you'll give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all the things that you feel called to do. I'm grateful for. It helps our energies connect, which means when you come across a video from me in the future, it should resonate even more, which helps you. And it also helps the channel get out there so more people find readings and messages that they're meant to hear. It helps them, also helps me. So everybody's grateful, everybody wins. All right, thanks group two. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Hey group three. All right, today we are getting some messages from spirit for you. Whatever it is you're meant to hear, whatever it is they want to tell you, I left the topic open. That way they can come through with whatever it is they need you to know. Okay, I have two decks here. I have a Lenormand deck and a tarot deck. I'm going to pull cards from both and then we'll jump into your reading. All right. Your first card is the Lady. Then we have the Lady again, but they're very different ladies. I'll show them to you before I finish pulling. The first one is dressed very royally, regally. Second one looks kind of poor and shabby. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I don't know what it is yet. And then we have the stork. Okay. So we have two ladies and a stork. Let's see what tarot cards we get. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Hermit reversed. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit. And then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, so hold on one sec, y'all. They're telling me this is about a new beginning. With the stork, they're saying, yes, for some of you, this could mean a child on the way. But if that is not your world, if that is not your wish, if that is not where you are in life, don't worry. That's not primarily what this message is about. It's about a new beginning coming in, a new beginning coming in. So let me hear what else they want to say. There's going to be changes for you. They're saying that there's going to be changes for you on a global scale. meaning, I guess for some of you, it could actually mean literally the global scale. You could be doing some traveling or, but it means big, big on a big scale. Oh, okay. What they just clarified is that what's coming in for you may seem small. The change, the transition, whatever it is, may seem like a minor thing, but how it affects your world and your life and the bigger picture down the road, not necessarily in the moment, but in the bigger picture, it's going to make a very big impact in a good way, in a very positive way. But you won't necessarily realize that when it comes to you, because it may come in seeming like something like very minor. It may seem like a minor change or a minor transition or minor revelation to you, but will have very big positive ramifications. Okay. All right. So let's jump into the cards. So we have lady number one. This deck has two different ladies. I leave them in there. I let them come out when they need to. So we have a lady and we have the Page of Cups. Just listen to what they want to say about this here. They're telling me this lady is you, regardless of gender. Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman. This lady is you. And they're telling me there's something you have been speaking about or writing about, maybe in a journal, talking to your spirit guides about. It may be a private conversation you've been having, or it could be something very public. But you have been communicating in some way what you want. There's something that you want. Something that you want. It feels like a law of attraction sort of situation where you've been putting out into the universe, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is what I'm hoping for, this is what I believe is coming to me. And you're filling it with all the richness that you can handle, right? That you can muster in your imagination. You may not feel like this rich lady in the picture here, but imagining yourself as so, in a sense. You know, for some of you, it might be abundance related, might be money related or career related, but not necessarily. The rich clothes just give me a richness, and the Spirit's saying a richness in spirit, a fullness in spirit, because you're putting your heart and soul into what it is you're trying to manifest. And they're letting me know they've heard your prayers. They've heard your words or read your words. They've heard what you're asking for and what you're creating. What you are creating. They're saying they heard you and they are bringing you, they know what you're looking for. They know what you need. And they are bringing you what you want. It may not come in the form that you are expecting or even wanting. It may come in a different form altogether for some of you. But they're saying your prayers are being answered in their own way, right? Things are rarely the way we expect them to be, but they are coming. Your manifestation skills are real. Yeah. And this would be something that you've already been working on. Yes, you can start something new now. There's nothing wrong with that. But what they're talking about is something that you have already put out into the universe. It's something that's very important to you that you really want to bring into your life. Okay. So then we have the second lady, and she's dressed a little more poorly. She's dressed more shabby, more down to earth, is what they're giving me, paired with the Ace of Cups. And let me just hear what they want to say here. They're highlighting the dove on the Ace of Cups as a messenger, And I know doves are usually referred to as messengers of peace, symbols of peace. They're saying, yes, this event, there's something that is going to occur, will bring you some peace of mind. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. They're showing me the dove at the top here of the Ace of Cups. And then she, and I didn't even notice this, is holding, she's got a dove that's just landed on her hand as well. Interesting. Beautiful. I'd never noticed those synchronicities there. Hold on. Let me just hear what they want to say about that. They're talking about something coming to you. It may be a message. It may be a circumstance. It may be a person. Maybe a pet. They're saying something is coming to you that will improve your life in a very positive way. But like the Ace of Cups, you know, aces are seeds. It's something small that has a lot of potential. And just like they were saying before, it may seem like such a small thing, but it makes you so happy. And it brings you to a place where your dreams can materialize. Interesting. Those are the words they gave me, where your dreams can materialize in front of you. So don't disregard something, someone, a circumstance, a person, a situation, and it could be an animal, but it would be, you'll notice it. It's significant. It's not just like a blip, you know, a squirrel running by. It's something that stays with you, in some way, or a message that comes in that feels really, really, really good. Really, really good. It feels very positive. Makes you happy, makes you smile. Doesn't necessarily feel like it's going to change your life. Doesn't feel like it's going to like rock your world or turn everything upside down. But you'll see in the future, you should see, they're saying in the future, that it did. That in some way, this small thing becomes something much bigger and more positive for you. It has ramifications that you wouldn't anticipate. Okay. And they're not wanting me to get in really into specifics because it's, first of all, they're saying it's very different for each one of you. Like this is a very specific reading, right? But some of it is the element of surprise, they're saying. Some of it is the element of surprise that will get your attention and will trigger the joy in some way. Okay. All right. So then we have, in the last row, we have the stork and the hermit reversed. The first thing they're saying to me is clarity at last, right? Clarity at last. The hermit is sort of, you know, the way the hermit works is it's kind of like driving a car on a really, really dark road on a dark, dark night. You can only see just so far with your headlights. But you know you can get all the way there if you just follow your headlights, right? You just keep following the light. That's the hermit. Doesn't know where he's going necessarily, but he has the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience to know that if he follows his path, he will get there. With this card in reverse, they're saying clarity at last. It's like finally comes out of the dark and he becomes fully conscious of what he has materialized, of what he has manifested, of what he has accomplished. And they're saying, and it comes in the form of a new beginning for you. It comes in the form of a new beginning for you. Like a stork bringing a baby. Could be that for you. Most of you, it's not going to be a baby. It's just symbolic. But a stork does deliver something very new and life-changing, right? It's a brand new beginning for parents, right? They go from being not parents to parents, literally overnight, right? It won't be overnight for you, but it is that kind of, there is like this monumental change, this ramification that takes place, this manifestation of what you put out to the universe that is triggered, starts in this moment that's coming for you soon. When this happens, the bigger picture happens, I don't know. They're just giving me later, down the road. But they want you to know that it's there. Even if you don't recognize in the moment that this is what's going to get you there, they're telling you. When something beautiful, happy, encouraging, positive shows up sort of out of the blue, unexpectedly in your life in some way, appreciate it, enjoy it, embrace it, do with it what you can, nurture it in whatever way you can, because it may just be the thing that takes you to your goals, to your dreams, to whatever it is you are creating in the universe out there. They're just saying, trust it when it comes. It'll be there soon. It'll be something. And again, it will not seem like a big deal. It will not seem like a big deal in the moment. Later, you'll look back and go, wow, I had no idea. It didn't seem like a big deal at all, but look how it changed everything. Yeah. You'll see that down the road. So, don't dismiss the happy moments. Be present and enjoy the happy moments when they come. It'll help put you energetically in a place where all of this, all the positive results can grow and build and become what you've been wanting. I wonder if they have anything else. They're saying, in the meantime, stay on your path like the hermit. Keep moving forward, keep following your light, keep trusting in the universe, keep trusting in your ability to manifest what you want. Keep moving forward, keep taking step after step, one step at a time will get you there. It's going to go as far as you can go without being blind, right? Go as far as your light will take you, and just keep moving forward and you will get there. But they're just kind of giving you just a heads up about this beautiful moment that's coming in that is going to change everything for you, so that they don't want you to dismiss it. They want you to embrace it, whatever it is that comes in. So, and maybe because you got this reading, you'll recognize it better than someone who didn't. But what Spirit is saying, it wouldn't matter, because they would make sure you got the message somehow. Your guides are very diligent, and they're not going to give up. So, but it does make things easier if you pay attention and embrace the gifts that come your way when they do come. All right, group 3. Well, I hope that gives you something to look forward to. Really sounds like, kind of a wonderful series of events. So good for you, and keep going, keep manifesting, keep creating your dreams. So thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, whatever you feel called to do. I am grateful for that. It helps our energies connect, which helps future readings connect with you even more. And it also helps get the channel out, get readings out, so that more people can find it and get the messages they're meant to hear. That helps them, helps me, everybody wins. Very grateful for that. So thank you, everyone. You have a great day.